Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Get ready because we are jumping headfirst into a wild, completely addictive story of absolute vengeance and, well, supernatural success. Today, we're unpacking the dramatic saga of New Bayi. He's this sickly fisherman who defies literally all the odds using something called a magical ocean space. If you love a good underdog story packed with soap opera-level portrayals, instant karma, and overnight wealth, you are in for an absolute treat today.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Think about it. How exactly does a dying, completely exploited fisherman become a millionaire virtually overnight? That is the huge question right at the center of this whole narrative. We are about to track an absurdly fast escalation of wealth, status, and honestly, sweet, sweet revenge. We're going to see exactly how our protagonist takes this unbelievable advantage and uses it to completely turn the tables on everyone who ever wronged him.
So Chapter 1, A Sickly Fisherman's Rebirth. Let's rewind to the absolute rock bottom of our hero's journey, where we find Bayi so sick he can barely even stand, and completely abandoned by the people who are supposed to care for him.
Now, we are dealing with a classic rebirth scenario here. In his past life, back in 1984, New Bayi was worked to the bone building a house for his cruel stepmother, Ma Chunhua, and his enabler father, New Dachuang. He literally slept in a pigsty, ate moldy grain, and eventually died as a sickly laborer. Just a miserable existence. But when he's mysteriously reborn back into his 22-year-old body, his goals completely shift. His new mission? Sever all ties with his toxic family, get his revenge, and marry the kind village girl who used to secretly feed him He Zhen.
And honestly, his family makes his whole severing ties thing unbelievably easy for him. When he becomes deathly ill, instead of helping him, his stepmother kicks him out just to avoid paying his medical bills. They toss him into a 30-year-old leaky, broken-down boat to live in and force him to sign this brutal severance document. It literally states that his life, old age, sickness, and death will be none of their concern. For them, it's a quick way to dump a burden. But for Bayi, it is the ultimate liberation. He is finally free to build his own future.
So how does a sick, homeless guy survive, let alone get rich? That brings us to part 2, the magical ocean space.
And this brilliantly illustrates the turning point of the entire story. Bayi discovers he has been gifted a magical ocean space. He actually credits this to the Dragon King taking pity on him. Essentially, he gets this miraculous, personal pocket dimension of the sea. His luck instantly flips from starving to death to casually scooping up valuable red lanternfish with his bare hands right off the beach. It is the absolute ultimate cheat code for a fisherman. Just think about the economics of this rapid wealth accumulation. He starts off pretty small with red lanternfish for a quick 20 yuan. Just enough for a decent meal. But almost immediately, his space leads him to a literal underwater treasury. He finds deep-sea, 5-headed abalone that nets him over 3,000 yuan. Later on, he's pulling up ancient golden silk sea willow worth over 10,000 yuan. This isn't just fishing anymore. The guy is mining an endless, magical gold mine.
But here's the catch, pun totally intended. Bayi can't access those deep-sea treasures with a broken wooden boat. Which moves us to part 3, True Love and First Catch. Enter He Zhen. She's the village girl who secretly brought him food when he was starving in that pigsty. Trusting him completely, Zhen takes a massive, ridiculous gamble. She secretly lends Bayi her family's motorized boat for a deep-sea run. Everyone in the village, including her own father, thinks she's absolutely crazy for trusting the sickly outcast. They think he's just going to sink the boat and die. But Bayi looks her in the eye and promises her a massive return and a future marriage. And boy does he deliver. 3,070. That is the massive first payout in yen from his abalone catch alone. To put that into perspective, that is a life-changing amount of money in this setting. Bayi proudly hands over 2,399 yuan as a bride price for Zhen right there on the spot. And the best part? When his greedy, abusive family tries to swoop in and claim the cash, he whips out that legally binding severance document they forced him to sign and shuts them down completely. No way are they getting a dime. Of course, the evil family doesn't just quietly walk away. Welcome to part 4, Defeating the Evil Relatives. This is where we shift our focus to his stepbrother, Chen Dagui, who absolutely refuses to let Bayi succeed.
The rivalry completely boils over during a very public betting match at the docks. Dagui proudly struts in with 380 pounds of ribbon fish, thinking he's the absolute king of the village with his 210 yuan haul. He even bets Bayi to kneel and kowtow if he can't beat it. Well, Bayi casually rolls up with hundreds of pounds of giant mackerel, netting a staggering 2,700 yuan using his magical space. Dagui is just entirely humiliated in front of everyone.
And it doesn't stop there. This rivalry quickly builds into a multi-layered revenge strategy, with Bayi outsmarting his relatives at literally every turn. Step 1, as we saw, he outfishes Dagi. Step 2, a furious Dagi hires an actual pirate, Gui Tao Biao, to ambush Bayi at sea. But guess what? Bayi survives. Step 3, when the father tries to fake medical records for uremia to extort Bayi for cash, Bayi publicly exposes the fake documents and plays a taped confession proving Doggy hired the pirates.
I absolutely love this part. We are leaning all the way into the soap opera melodrama here. Bayi doesn't just survive the pirate attack, he drags the surviving pirate back to the village, who drops this stunning bombshell. I stole the tape recorder when I robbed the cargo ship. I recorded you talking to me about this. That's right, Bayi uses a stolen tape recorder to publicly expose his stepbrother's assassination plot right in front of the whole village. It is absolute narrative perfection.
Okay, things are about to get really crazy. We are now entering Part 5, Treasures, Pirates, and Millions. This is where the stakes, the wealth, and the sheer absurdity of the story hit their peak.
Now, what's really interesting here is that the magical ocean space starts attracting wildly unexpected, almost comical things. It's not just fish anymore. Bayi encounters 350 escaped Muscovy ducks just floating in the ocean, returning them for a 4,200 yuan reward. He clears an entire dock of a massive swarm of biting triggerfish. Actually, get this, he even randomly rescues 2 stranded, Class 2 protected black bears from the sea. The ocean is literally throwing bizarre, highly profitable scenarios right at his boat.
But the real, serious money? That comes from high society connections. Bayi manages to catch a legendary golden croaker. This is a super rare fish desperately needed to save a wealthy businessman's pregnant granddaughter-in-law. By providing this fish and selling that golden sea willow we talked about earlier, he earns the eternal favor of this VIP, Mr. Yang. This single connection pushes Bayi's wealth firmly into the millionaire tier, allowing him to completely bypass snobby shipyard owners and secure a massive boat upgrade.
Which all leads to this absolutely staggering figure, 15,000. That is the amount of yuan he casually drops in cash to buy 2 brand new, top-of-the-line motorboats. In a village where a broken wooden rowboat is considered a lifeline, Bayi rolling up to the docks with 2 massive golden motorboats entirely solidifies his status. There's no debate anymore, he is undeniably the richest man in the village.
When you break down the timeline, the relentless, rapid-fire pacing of this narrative is just insane. Day 1, he's evicted and basically left to die. By day 2, he's discovering the magic space and catching premium abalone. Day 3, he's out here surviving a literal pirate ambush. Day 4, he buys a fleet of motorboats. And by day 5, he's rescuing bears. A lifetime of soap opera twists, deep betrayals, and glorious vengeance are crammed into just a few days of wildly entertaining escalation. So, that leaves us with a pretty compelling final thought. Sure, having a magical ocean pocket given to you by the Dragon King is a pretty huge advantage, right? But as we saw, new Bayi's ultimate victories required his own wit, his bravery, and his sheer willingness to stand up to his abusers. And yeah, a stolen tape recorder definitely didn't hurt either. It really makes you wonder, how much of his success was the magic cheat code, and how much was simply a man who finally decided to fight back? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, it's been a blast, and I will catch you on the next one.